This is the most interesting episode yet. Now, here is the ultimate founder skill, making investors hallucinate. The best fundraisers in history don't just pitch. In fact, forget pitch. They bend perception. They make investors see an empire before it exists and then force capital to behave like it is already real. That is the investor's hallucination. Now, capital is never neutral. It moves toward visions that feel unavoidable. But here's the paradox. The biggest visions don't exist yet. They live in the future. So how do investors fund something that isn't real? Through hallucination. I don't mean smoke and mirrors. I mean the ability to project such a vivid, undeniable future that investors begin to see it before it exists. This is how Bezos made Wall Street believe Amazon would dominate all commerce when he was still just shipping books. This is how Steve Jobs made the world feel the iPhone before a single one was in anyone's pocket. This is how Elon Musk pulled billions into Mars before a single rocket made orbit. The investors didn't see the present, they saw the hallucination. Now, here is the catch. Hallucination requires precision. It is not vague hype, it is narrative control. You paint the future so specifically that it hijacks the investor's imagination. Suddenly, they are no longer evaluating your company, they are co-experiencing a reality that hasn't happened yet. Pretty cool, huh? And once an investor hallucinates, it is almost impossible for them to unsee it. Capital starts behaving like the future is already here. They justify the risk because their mind has already crossed the bridge. Think of it this way. A prototype proves today, a hallucination sells tomorrow. And here is where founders, again, go wrong. They get trapped describing what they have already built. That is boring. Investors don't need a tour guide of the present. They need a director of the future. So when you speak to investors, don't just show them what is. Make them hallucinate what must be. Bend their perception so strongly that the deal feels less like a gamble and more like catching up to reality. That is the investor's hallucination, not trickery, not hype. It is the art of projecting inevitability so vividly that money has no choice but to believe.